he's out of breath. And she said, I'm going to check your chest. This doesn't sound like food. I'm going to check your chest. So she done his chest, and she said, oh, I think he's got pneumonia. And I thought, oh. And then she said about his heart. So she said, I'm calling the blue light for your son. So we went in the ambulance and went to Charing Cross Hospital. We waited around a while. They took blood, they took x-ray, they took his urine. And then at the end of it, one doctor came up to him and said, you're staying in. Now my chest went doof doof. Although I'm in God and I have faith, but that's my son. Yeah, that's my son. So I thought, okay. So then he came out with the word, yes, your son has pneumonia, quite a lot of pneumonia. Then he's got an infection around the heart. So he said, we're going to keep him in, observe him, give him antibiotics, etc. They did. We had to go. When I went in the following day, I had to go to back to Duquesne. They took him back to Duquesne Road. And then they said it's very unusual. They don't understand where it's come from because the way it is inside of his body. But by the grace of God, anyway, let me cut it short. By the grace of God and the glory of God and all your prayers that you have sent across for my son has been healed.
Somebody shout hallelujah. You know, we don't want to know how he went to hospital, but it's how God healed him.
Amen.
And now he's healed. We prayed, and God had us.
Amen.
And God will continue hearing us. And that child, your son, that sickness had disappeared.
Amen.
It will never come back again.
Amen.
Somebody shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I come to give my testimony first. I should say, Pastor, you're a good pastor.
Good one.
You keep on telling us that we're going to see death in our family. This morning I wake up, there's a sad news. One of my cousins back home, one shot in the head, one shot in the eye, that's two brother. One shot in the head died, I don't know what alive.
The one shot on the head, he died.
Died.
The one, there are two people.
Yeah, two brothers.
One died. One
One
alive.
shot in the eye. And again, you tell me to go home and beg my son and forgiveness. I'm able to do the big one. And what you said to me was true. Because when I said,
Church, listen.
when I said to him, so forgive me if I've done you any wrong. And then I said, Mommy, you done me no wrong, but I see you're struggling. And I know you need some money. I want to give you some money, Mom. I said, don't worry. By the grace of God, I'm working. And I can find food in the house to pay my rent and things like that. If you have money, spend it on yourself. When I'm older and I can't pay bills, then you can give me what you want. Then I go to work. When I go to work, I've been working at that school for 11 years and 6 months. I never get locked in that school. And my manager, 6:15, come and say, laptop and we go home, but we have to clock out by 6:30. I said to him, no, it's not time, I have to clock out 6:30 because there is a problem with the signing up. So I came downstairs, sit down, and I was waiting for 6:30 to come. Anyway, I said, let's go and clock out when I see 6:27. When I go, everywhere was in darkness. The alarm was on, nobody was here. So I said, no, I'm not staying here tonight. I'm not staying by myself. So I went into the other room, that door closed. So I said, she's open. I pushed my hand in, pressed the buzzer, and the door opened back. So I go around, go to the kitchen, pull the door, and come out. Then the alarm start making noise. Then I see my manager run coming. What are you doing here? I said, you locked me in. So I said, where are you coming from? You were gone. He said, I was kicking the gate. The gate can't close. I keep kicking the gate, and I see the alarm. Hear the alarm, and I run cover. And I saw it.
Amen.
He was gone.
Somebody shout hallelujah. She could have regretted it. Come back today. Which day was that?
It was Wednesday.
Wednesday. Could have slept over. Somebody say amen. But I thank God for her life, because if I give instruction, you do it, it will be well with you. But the worst is when you cannot do it. Now, I'm seeing your children, all of them, coming back to normal.
Amen.
Are you hearing me? And you will start again very soon to give us big one. Big testimony. Are you hearing me now? So you will have it. But I'm sorry for the family. You see, when I say pray, because I keep on coming to the house. I'm seeing date. I continue coming. But my prayer is that it will not happen to the ones I see here. And pray for those back home. Church, are you hearing me?
Yes.
So it's very much important.
And they are Jackie, that brother children.
Again, that's why they're not here today. So we need prayers. And instruct your people back home. They should be very careful. Somebody say amen.
Amen.
So anyway, I pray that God will be with them. So God bless you. We'll pray for you later on. Somebody say amen. Put your hands together. I
don't normally give testimonies, but it's a good thing that I'm standing here today. It's in the absence of my father. As you can see, he's not here today, but I'm here to put the devil to shame.
Amen.
Okay. Friday we was here at church, as we always are, praising, worshiping God for deliverance, as we know. We got home Friday evening about 10 o'clock, and there was an incident that took place with my father where a dog attacked him and bit his lip and took a big tooth away. So, unfortunately, we had to go to hospital. We spent 12 hours in hospital all day Saturday until my father was seen. It was not a pleasant experience, obviously, because we were sent to one hospital, that hospital then said he has to go to another hospital. We went to Northwick Hospital. His dad was not even seen by anybody. He sat in an accident emergency for up to 7 hours, still was not seen. No one even looked at his injuries. No tetanus jab, nothing given to him. At 9 o'clock, doctor came to see him finally in the morning. This is like 9 hours later. She then obviously looked at his injuries. She said it's not as bad as it seems. It's just stitches, which she can sort that out, it's not a problem. She explained to us that if she basically wasn't aware of him being here, so she said to me that, she said to me and my father, she goes, basically she was in accident emergencies downstairs for nearly 7 hours, and my dad was in accident emergency for 7 hours downstairs for 1 hour. But when he arrived in accident emergency, they told him to go upstairs. So he went upstairs to wait in the surgical assessment area. And when the lady came up to assessment at 9 in the morning, she said to her, why didn't anyone let her know that he was prepared? Because she was downstairs in accident emergency for 7 hours. So if she was aware of it, she could have dealt with him for 7 hours prior. Anyway, to cut a long story short, at 9 in the morning, my father was seen by somebody. A further 2 hours went past. Yes, well, basically, the person who was meant to come back and reassess him never came back to do his stitches or give him a tetanus jab. She went off duty. So then I went back in and complained. Someone then came up, and then obviously eventually my dad got seen and got stitched up and was given a tetanus jab. And then he didn't get released till about 12 o'clock that day. So yeah, that's basically what took place.
He spent the whole day sleeping.
And then he spent the whole day sleeping. But I did call Bishop and obviously, ask him to pray for my father and pray for us. But I'm here today to basically put the devil to shame, because as you all know, some of you might see us here, we're here all the time praising God, worshiping God, and it's not easy being in God's presence and doing it sometimes, because the devil's always trying to attack and come against you. And I've learned a lot since been coming here, that we've all gone through as a family, through so many trials and tribulations. As you know, my mum's gone through so much sickness, and she still continues to fight those battles. My cousin has passed through sickness. My nan passes through sickness. My aunt's passed with sickness, but we're still here praising God. But I just want to say, whatever the devil is trying to do, he or she or they will not succeed. Okay? Because we are standing on God's word, and nothing at all would deter us away from that. So whatever he or she is trying to do, I'm just here to say, you are under our feet, and you will not succeed. Because I am after you, and you will not win the battle. So I just want to give God all the glory and thanks and praise. And I'm here to put that devil to shame. So whoever you are, you go back to your sender.
Somebody shout hallelujah. Yes. Our brother Andrew had an accident, and I was called while I prayed. And yesterday I keep on also calling. I wasn't able to talk to him because he's still asleep. Somebody say amen. Amen. But one thing is sure, that we, children of God, the Bible said that the devil is a rolling lion, seeking whom he will do what? So, but they didn't succeed. Somebody say amen. Amen. Yeah, you can just see the devil, but he will not succeed. He will give you a little injury to know this is the devil. But what you need to do is to stand against him. That's why you should be in the church. I am in the church. So our brother is perfectly well. And God have healed him of that accident. By the grace of God, next Sunday we see him here. Shouting again, dancing unto the Lord. Somebody shout hallelujah. Yes, that's God himself. You can't serve God just like that, without passing trial, temptation, tribulation. No. When you say you just want to serve God, no problem, you're a liar. Justice will come from one corner to another corner, but you are a winner. The Bible says you are more than what? Conqueror. Somebody shout hallelujah.
And I said, okay, by the time I finish, let me go to Sainsbury to do some shopping before I pick wisdom. So I went to Sainsbury, I finished shopping to pay out, I heard scream. So when I was coming up with my stuff, I saw the dead body on the road. I stood like this, I peeped. It's a white person, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Oh God, oh Jesus. I saw the brain, it's an accident. I saw the brain splashes out. I stood, I was crying. They were looking at me, I couldn't hold myself. Just because I'm in a haste, I want to go and pick wisdom from Moscow. I could not ask what is going on. I was calling Jesus. I said, Jesus, have mercy. Jesus, have mercy. That's what is coming out. Even some Muslims, they follow me. I saw some calling Jesus. I said, Jesus, have mercy. I was crying as if I'm mad. When I came out this morning, I'm here to encourage. If you are alive, that's why I said, let that live in praise the Lord. If you are alive, you have to praise God. May you always praise in the mighty name of Jesus.
That's encouraging. Church, if you are alive, you have to worship God. Serve God. Is your protector. Last week here I showed you a lady they just got, she said, alive. You saw it, is it? Yeah. They cut her head. Never be where people can see you to destroy. I hear in church. That's why those who do night preaching, don't just say, oh, it's 4 o'clock, let me go home. This time around, just caution yourself. I hear in church. Anywhere I am, once is getting night. My staying outside highest 9 o'clock. Home. You don't know what the road is talking about until you meet useless people. There are many now. Church, please be very careful. When you're walking the street, be very careful. When you're driving, be very careful. Whatever you do, be very careful. Somebody say amen. Amen. The earth is full of evil now. Amen. Yeah, they're just looking for, and no one will stand by you. Once you're there, finish. You finish. nobody will stand by you to know what's going on. So please, it's very much important. Stand up.